Would you spend over $300,000 to add an extra axle to a Land Rover Defender? Because that's the reality for anyone wanting to build a custom six-wheel drive off-road monster in the real world. This isn't a standard vehicle you can just order off a local dealer lot. These are ultra exclusive coach built conversions crafted by elite outfitters like Khan Designs, the legendary Flying Huntsman, or Foley Specialist Vehicles. They stretch the ladder chassis, drop in a supercharged V8 engine, and engineer complex dual rear axles designed to crush desert dunes and extreme wilderness terrain. But here is the crazy part. I don't think the most impressive story in today's video is strictly about the multi-$100,000 real truck. Because Matchbox just captured the spirit and the exact engineering of this six-wheeled beast in a casting that costs just a few dollars. And it gets even better. Today, we are taking a deep dive into the brand new Matchbox Land Rover Defender 6x6. We'll break down the high octane Hollywood behind this release, explore the genius real world engineering that makes a true six-wheel drivetrain work, and uncover a hidden moving feature on this Matchbox that is so seamlessly integrated almost nobody might notice it at first glance. So let me get into it. The Land Rover 6x6 isn't just another rugged SUV. In my opinion, it's a masterclass in custom automotive engineering. While Land Rover built legendary 6x6 military vehicles in the past, like Australia's iconic Parent T, civilian versions require master coach builders to step in and heavily modify standard Land Rover into these 6x6 platforms. The engineering required to build one is mind-blowing. Powering three axles on a single drivetrain without destroying your ground clearance is extremely tricky. Instead of cramming in a bulky second transfer case, custom builders like Foley utilize a specialized pass-through differential on the middle axle. This ingenious setup allows a single drive shaft to pass straight through the second axle housing to directly power the third rear axle. The result, true unrelenting six-wheel drive without cluttering the undercarriage or sacrificing ramp angles. And this particular Matchbox casting carries an extra layer of hype. This 6x6 is officially featured in the Matchbox The Movie lineup, produced by Apple Original Films, Skydance, and Mattel Studios, directed by Extraction's Sam Hargrave, and starring none other than John Cena. The movie puts these cars right into the action. In the film, this car serves as a hero expedition vehicle and rescue rig built for high-stakes desert chase sequences. So, how did Matchbox translate a $300,000 custom movie truck into the 1/64 scale? Let's find out. The first thing that hits you is the sheer presence. This casting feels heavy, planted, and aggressive at the same time. Matchbox didn't pull back on the proportions. They gave it a raised heavy-duty stance, an extended pickup bed, and a full tri-axle setup featuring 6 deep tread, smooth rolling off-road wheels. The paint finish is executed in a military-inspired expedition cream tan. It looks identical to something built to survive in intense desert environments. Looking across the exterior details, Mattel's attention to detail is remarkable. Up front, you get a crisp tampo printing on the grille, headlights, and front fascia. On the sides, they didn't smooth out the body. They actually included side view mirror molded right into the doors. Then you look into the bed. Matchbox actually molded a full array of expedition luggage and survival gear straight into the bed floor, complete with visible harness ropes and latches securing the load. That level of thematic detail brings the whole hero expedition truck vibe to life. Now, remember how I mentioned a hidden feature that feels almost like a magic trick? Take a closer look, specifically at the hood. At first glance, it looks completely solid, one piece metal body casting. But gently catch the edge, and you will discover that the hood actually opens. What makes this feature incredible isn't just that it opens, it's the fit and finish. The panel gaps line up so tightly with the surrounding body contours, and the black trim lines running along the sides do such a masterclass job disguising the seam that most of us might be forgiven to completely miss it on the pegs. To engineer an open hood on a diecast this small while keeping the shut lines virtually invisible requires incredible tooling precision. And that brings to my favorite part of every review, the Dr. Diecast Engineering Score. I rate every casting across 5 core categories: accuracy, detail, wheels, collector appeal, and engineering. From accuracy, I think this casting deserves a 9.7 out of 10. The triaxle chassis, extended bed length, and boxy body lines capture the real world coach builder proportions effortlessly. Detail 9.6 out of 10. Side view mirrors, detailed front tampos, and a fully loaded bed with molded luggage straps gives this casting tremendous shelf presence. Wheels 9.5 out of 10. All 6 off-road wheels feature aggressive all-terrain treads and spin smoothly. A true functional 6x6 rolling setup at this scale is a huge win. Collector appeal 9.8 out of 10. With direct Matchbox the movie ties, real world coach builder route, and opening moving parts, this is instantly one of the standout castings of this year. Engineering 9.9 out of 10. Disguising an opening hood seam along factory body lines so cleanly that it looks like a solid casting is exceptional diecast engineering. That gives the Matchbox 2007 Land Rover Defender 6x6 an overall Dr. Diecast Engineering Score of 9.7 out of 10. This isn't just a great movie tie-in car, it's a celebration of radical off-road engineering both in real life and in 1/64 scale. Now, I want to hear from you. If someone handed you $300,000, would you build a custom coach built 6x6 Land Rover? Or are you sticking with a standard luxury SUV? Let me know down in the comments. If you love diving into the hidden engineering behind both real world machines and the diecast cars we collect, please hit that like button, subscribe, and join the garage, and ring the notification bell. Thanks for watching, and remember, every casting has a story. I'll see you in the next one.